Hi, welcome to the art room. I'm going to try not to spill what I've got going here, but I thought it was something kind of cool that I've fell into. I've been working with the Sisterhood Seer cards, and I want to do a reading, excuse me, for a friend, and I want to take it deeper. I was hoping to take ideas, thoughts, and feelings from the cards and put them into a little painting. And so what I did was, this one's for me. And I went through the little booklet that came with it, as well as looking at this and inviting Spirit in to help me, because it's all about seership with this one, and indicating that it is, safe to do. Just soften and open and let it happen. It's sort of a new initiation, I guess, for me, is what Spirit is saying. And it will probably bring some abundance and that feeling of being rich from it, rich in spirit, rich in feeling, rich in being able to return to my craft of painting and letting my heart feel that happiness again. So what I did was, the first step, just, making notes from the three cards and closing in on certain things and key words. So for the first one here, it was knowing that I didn't need to do anything to prepare, but here I am preparing some things, and I'll have to explain this in a bit. And it smells heavenly in here. So the Seeker card, close your eyes, it said, and open up and feel the courage to do so in searching for inner guidance. And listen and discover. And the second one, having that self-compassion, being able to do that self-care, where I used to always tap into my art. Some people, there's different religions around the world. For me, my religion and my soul was singing whenever I was at the easel painting. And then the last one here, release, I guess, the restrictions and that need for perfection when you haven't been doing your craft in a while. Release that, search with the inner eye, it said, find those inner resources. You're safe. The intention is to act, raise the energy, and surrendering, asking for help from the guides and guardians, those ancestors that surround me, and going in once again and embracing the stillness. So that was the three cards that kicked it all off for me. And then from that, I just did some visually. There was a lot in the night I was doing visually and how to bring it together. And although it said close your eyes and see inside, this started out as a closed eye. Then it quickly morphed into like a black-eyed Susan. And so I've got some clouds in here that I'm going to try to clear. I took the idea of the sun and the flowers from this one and did it like a laurel wreath in the Six of Wands, and get that feeling of winning by doing this work again, getting back to creativity. And there's a little bird in here in amongst the flowers. There's a little bee over here that comes from this card here. And I want to experiment with you on the bottom here. So what I have done is, I don't think I have to officially invite the guides and guardians and the spirits in at this moment, because they've been with me for days on this. But what I've got going here are teas and spices. I am really thankful for that inspiration. And so I tried to find ones that would give me rich colors. Now, the one here on the left, and I did put some boiling water into these, and they've been sitting for about 10, 15 minutes. So this is hibiscus. So I'm going to get some real rich colors, and I want to bring the earthiness. I want the depth in here of all the different colors. So there's hibiscus there. And if I look at my notes down there, oh yeah, this one's coffee. This one is an actual herbal mixture that I put together for contacting the ancestors. And I'm not going to worry if there's some granular things happening in here. I think that's part of it, and I can sweep that off after. But it's going to bring me that earthy feel. And this is in the earth here that I'm working. I also brought down, or up, because I'm now up in the studio, charcoal that I gathered from our fireplace to keep negativity and things away. And isn't that just perfect for this? I would normally blend this with salt to make that black salt they talk about and use, but I'm going to keep it just as the charcoal. And this other one here was a lovely fragrant spice. I know you can't smell it, but it's got cloves, it's got nutmeg, it's got all kinds of things in there. Then I went into this one here is dragon fruit tea, and this is gunpowder tea. And the whole thing was just, I like to do this. I like to put carbon on the back of paper and with a hard pencil over top of my drawing, just transfer it down. So that's what I've done here, and my pencil has escaped me as to, this one over here. The one I normally use for transferring gives such a nice fine line. This one's a little bit thicker, but it did show up in the drawing so I could see where I had been and what had been transferred. And the idea is with pencil, I can erase it all after. But the beauty is I just want to go get some water. And maybe I won't. Maybe I'll just jump in with the paint because they don't look too saturated in color. So I'm going to take by the time I finish this, I have so many watercolor brushes that I've been connecting. I'm going to find out which brushes work the best for me on this paper. And this paper is watercolor paper. Definitely, you can see there. And I liked arches before, and this one comes in a thick pad, so you don't take it off until you're finished, so you don't get that warpage. And I think what I'm going to do is just fill the page with all kinds of ideas, just keep pulling cards and really connect with the deck and let spirit take me. So for now, let's just take this little brush for a run and see what happens here. Oh, so I do get some nice pinky colors. Isn't that nice? And I can intensify that, I think, with some of the dragon fruit tea. So I'm just going to play here and let the colors blend and try to keep it soft because I do have my watercolor kit over here. I won't move the camera for now. That I can intensify any of this with. But for now, I think I like the deeper color of the dragon fruit. But I want to also try the coffee. I want to get into some of the earthy colors. Oh, now that's nice. And as I say, I'm not worrying about the granular that's happening down here. That can be all part of it. I might even just leave that in. So this brush so far, it seems to be quite nice at holding the liquid. So that's, maybe if it sits a little bit longer, I will get some browning, some deeper browning. And I'm just washing it off in between on the towel here. I was going to put some water in my thing, but these are kind of pale. So now this is the ancestor incense and powder that I brewed. It's similar to the coffee, but it has richer granules kind of like that. Now, what does the charcoal do? We're going to stir that one up and see. Oh, that does give a nice dark down here. So I am sort of painting and thinking and giving thanks at the same time for this idea that Spirit wants me to play with. Okay, that's the charcoal. Then we're into the spices, the nutmegs, the cinnamon. It's very pale. Not much going on there with that one. Okay, but the fragrance is phenomenal. Now I haven't tried. So that was hibiscus over there. I hope I said that right. This is dragon fruit. We did try some of it over there, and it is a little bit more intense. And I just wanted a more organic way to connect to Spirit. And if it wants me to get back to painting, this is a nice way, because I've been doing those tea leaf card readings and reading my teacup. It all seems to be morphing into this. So the last one is gunpowder, and I would have expected it to be deeper, but it's a very soft color too. So I thought I'd show you a little bit today, and I think what I'll do is hunt through my cabinet for other teas and try to get some richer, deeper ones. But saying that, I can take, let's take some of this dragon fruit, and I will put it into, I gotta show you this. This I found at a thrift store. Mint condition. So I could not resist. Yes, I've got watercolors, but didn't have this one. So I'm going to dip into some of the red in the tray. And you can see it is a little bit more intense, but it doesn't give me the same satisfaction as being in the tea tones, the earth tones. So I'm going to go into now a deeper brown from the kit. Because, yeah, I want to go through my cupboard, but I wanted to show you that, tea can be just as great to work with as paints. Oh, that's nice with the purple. So who knows how this is going to develop. I'll keep you posted if you're interested. And just see what we can come up with here. Spirit and myself, guides and guardians, ancestors. But I think I want to go deeper still. So I'm going to take some of that purple with some of the brown. And yeah, I do like this brush. But I do like the granular effect of the charcoal. And maybe, next time not put so much water in with it. That's nice. That sort of brings things out a bit. And I'm trying to sort of work around the bumblebee here. But you get the idea. It's just a new way to connect to Spirit. It definitely is fragrance filled. It's light. It's happy. And I'll probably go over this when it dries with some of my watercolor pencils and get the feeling of grass down in here. It'll be fun when I get up into the flowers and things. But I do like the idea of creating something spiritual from the cards that I pull. and then maybe doing something in the same depth for a friend that I want to read with, and preparing something like this for her, cutting it out, popping it in the mail, putting on the back, to so and so with love and joy. And maybe that'll bring her closer to the reading when I do it for her. So far, this is an escata from Barcelona. And I got it in a thrift store for, I don't know, less than $1. That is a pretty nice brush. So everyone, Lori is sitting here painting with tea, and just thought you might enjoy seeing some of this. And I think the watercolor idea goes well with the watercolor images of the Sisterhood of the Seers. So sending everyone hugs, and I hope you can have as much fun as I have had touching with spirit, painting with tea. Enjoy.